Welcome to the Best of Series.
What is going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit, and in this video we're going to be sharing with you 25 items for the complete beginner that you can find at thrift stores, garage sales, auctions, all different type of places to sell on eBay. So these items are literally probably...
And Amazon too.
Yeah, Amazon too. 25 of the top products and categories that took us, amongst both of us, 10 years. You've been doing this for what, 3 years or more?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay, I didn't realize you was doing it that long. I've been selling on eBay for 7 years. Between us, we've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars on eBay. And essentially what we're gonna do is go through these products so you can go out there, you can learn them, you can make it happen. And I got one of the products around my neck right now. So with that being said, let's get into this video and hopefully this will help you to make some money. So item number one, I might as well just talk about this since it's around my neck, are ties. I love to sell men's ties. Now, this brand right here, it is Salvatore Ferragamo, and if you can't see it in the screen, we'll put some overlays on the video, but this is a great Italian brand. Look for the ones that have crazy prints, crazy colors, but this right here will probably sell for at least $50, and I paid 25 cents for it at a garage sale. What's the next item?
Next item, I pick these up all the time. This is a Bratz doll, and it's a little 10-inch doll. These always sell very well. I have her up right now for, she's going rates like 20 bucks right now. She's being bid on. Look for the Bratz boy dolls, and the African American dolls go for more money because they were less common.
And what do you usually pay for those? Like
pennies, $1. I
Awesome.
pay like $1 for this.
Very, very nice. Next up are board games. Board games are one of the best items that you can flip on eBay and Amazon. I love board games, and I love them if they're brand new sealed. This is a Monopoly, and you might be thinking, this doesn't look that impressive. Like, it probably only sells for 20 bucks. You'd be surprised. Some of these items, they're out of stock. They don't sell them at stores anymore. There's a lot of collectors. I believe this one is selling for over $100, and you could check on Amazon right now. This is Monopoly Empire. So yeah,
brand new sealed.
I like the Monopolies that are themed, like an Elvis Monopoly or the Beatles or like a sports team. Stay away from the ones that are like the Monopolies for like the towns or stuff like that. But big money at board games, and yeah, make sure that you learn about them.
All right, next we got pressed steel toy car, 1950s, 1960s by Nylint. This is a Ford Bronco. This one's probably worth about 75 bucks. I paid $2.99 for it. And look out for older vintage pressed steel vehicles, the bigger size, Tonkas, Nylint, stuff like that.
Awesome.
I'm not throwing that one.
Awesome. Okay, the next item you could look out for if you're a beginner eBay seller and even Amazon seller as well are books. Now, I recommend selling books on Amazon, but certain books are going to be restricted. Certain books, they don't let you sell. So where can you sell them? On eBay. Now, this is an example of a book that I found at a garage sale last weekend, and all these items we found for the most part, 90% of them over the last week.
Oh yeah, 7 days.
A couple of these items I have, I just had them in my inventory that I haven't had a chance to list yet on eBay or Amazon. But this is selling for around $50 or $60 used on eBay. It would go for like 80 on Amazon, but I'm restricted. So keep an eye out for textbooks on eBay.
Damn, that's pretty good. Next one, this is the Trivial Pursuit NASCAR. Now this is Steve's item, but I particularly like talking about these old handheld electronic games. Be on the lookout for these, especially if they're brand new sealed. Tiger Electronics, Parker Brothers, those are the two main companies. This one, what do you think this one's going for?
I don't remember, but I think it's selling for at least $40 or more.
Yeah, I would say 30 or 40. Most of these, I've had a couple that I've sold for $80 to $90. So be on the lookout for electronic handheld systems.
Yeah, and that's like on the low end. Some of the poker ones or the Yahtzee. If you get those things new in the box, look them up right now. Hundreds of dollars. Absolutely ridiculous. Next up, keep an eye out for webcams, okay? In particular, I forget what this model is called. It's a Logitech, but it's a certain one. It's the one that all the YouTubers use. I'll have to put a picture on the screen, but keep an eye out for various webcams. Now, what you can do is you can go and you can take a look at the model. A lot of times you can open it up and you can see, oh, okay, this is the model. This is the N44. That's not what this one is. I don't know where it is. I can't believe I can't remember off the top. But this thing right here is worth about $75 used, this webcam right here. Wow. You can find them at thrift stores all the time.
Yeah, I've sold some.
Most Logitechs aren't worth that much money if they're outdated, but there's certain ones. This particular model, it's the 1080p version. For anyone who's a YouTuber out there, you're gonna know what this one's all about. Know what this.
Oh yeah. All right, next we're going back into toys. And this right here is a vintage Barbie boat. You can see it says Barbie right there. Be on the lookout. This thing's valued at about 30 to 40 bucks, depending on market condition and everything else like that. Be on the lookout for vintage Barbie vehicles from the 80s specifically, like the Jeeps, the Volkswagen, stuff like that. All of them sell for over 20 to 30 bucks that I've seen. So be on the lookout for that.
Next up, DVDs. I love selling media on Amazon, but certain sellers aren't going to be able to sell DVDs on Amazon if you're not ungated, right? Which means you need wholesale invoices. It's a whole thing. It's pretty simple, but for the new seller, you're probably not going to want to do that. This alone, I actually picked this up at a consignment store. I think I paid around $14. It's brand new. I believe this is selling for over $70 right now on Amazon. On eBay, it's probably around $50. These things don't do as well on eBay. But yeah, this is welcome back, Cotter. Complete series. Look for DVDs, new, sealed.
Box sets are important. When you have an entire TV show in one shot, like that's what you got to look for.
Even used, they do well.
Yeah, those are big. So you might have some lying around.
Yeah, we got 25 to go through, man. Keep going, keep flowing.
Brand new sealed CDs. This is Josh Groban. Got it at Goodwill for $2. What is this going for on Amazon? I forgot.
I think that's going for like 14 bucks or so. It's not a super profitable one. I've sent all my CDs in. I usually get them and I send them in quickly. But you could also sell them on eBay because on Amazon you're going to have to be ungated and have wholesale invoices as well.
Yeah, but keep on the lookout for CDs, like especially sealed.
And
like
at garage sales.
Yeah, and you get them for 25 cents, 50 cents.
I just went to a huge flea market. You can pick up boxes of them, 50 or 100. A lot of them are sealed. You could pay a quarter each. Right? Jeez. Or $1 each at a flea market. So pick those up. Next up, I want to talk about household various items, right? Like the old vintage ones. How would you describe this? You're Italian. I know you got yourself a grandma who's always in the kitchen doing. There's bread makers. There's waffle makers. I believe this is
That's a Pizzelli chef. So if you know what a Pizzelli is, it's a little Italian cookie / flaky / pancakey thing. I don't even know how to describe it because I'm not a baker or a chef. But yeah, the old equipment that, especially with molds inside,
the stainless steel ones,
stainless steel. Yeah, these things. My grandma has a couple of them. They're hard to find, and if you need to replace it, it's expensive.
And I'm not an expert with these. Like, I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce this. Maybe you can.
Pizzelli. That's a Pizzelli chef.
But what's this word above it?
Vincentonio.
Yeah. So I'm not an expert when it comes to kitchen stuff, but I know quality when I see it. And what are those pans called? They're like made out of steel. It's called
Griswold.
Griswold.
Cast iron.
Look out for the cast irons. Look out for the strong stuff because guess what? All the new stuff now that they make are cheap crap that breaks. Look out for this stuff.
Vintage kitchenware or machines or whatever.
When I looked this up, this was going for I think over $50, and I paid. Well, I was half off, so I paid $3.50 for that.
Oh, nice.
Keep going.
All right, next up here, we've got one of my favorite things and one of the, I think, easiest things to find, sometimes even your house everywhere, is this is a video game, but this is a Wii Animal Crossing. This one's about 20 to 25 bucks. Nothing special. I spent $1.99 with a 30% off, so I got it for less than $2. Be on the lookout for video games. Wii games, the only thing I suggest for video games is just stay away from sports because most sports aren't worth anything. But anything else you see for video games, look them up. Give them a shot.
And anything vintage, any of the N64s, the NES, even the Sega Genesis now. I don't really mess with like the Atari and stuff, but I know there's people who flip those and make money. I just don't know much about it. Just look it up, right? Video games, the thing is there's a lot of competition. So if you don't know what you're doing, a lot of times people are going to beat you to the punch. But anyways, next item up. These can make you a ton of money, right? Ink and toner. Right here we have a Brother TN 760 right here. I paid $25 for this, and you might be thinking, you're crazy. Why are you spending $25? Because it's new sealed. These things sell for like 70, 80, 90 bucks new. So a lot of times you can get very, very close to that price. I think this one was selling for like 75 or something on Amazon. I see you smiling because I know you flipped a lot of ink and stuff, but all those different.
That was the first reselling thing I ever flipped was Brother Ink.
Yeah,
HP and Brother Ink.
Yeah,
first ever thing.
And it sells like hotcakes on eBay because there's people out there. I don't know if they have deals with companies or whatnot, but you can put up like 15 inks. If you price them right, they'll be gone in like minutes.
Oh yeah,
minutes.
Yeah.
And there's people with like 100,000 feedback, and all they do is buy and sell ink. Next on up, you want to talk about this puppy? Because I know you flipped a couple of those. That was my find.
Right here, it's kind of hard to see. The image is not super duper clear, but it's a to Z Ozone machine.
It's an ozone generator.
It's an Ozone generator A to Z. This is the Aqua 6. It's got 110 volts. These things are good. I've seen a bunch of these out in the wild. People buy them. They don't know how to rig them up. They just donate them. So a lot of times they are new. I have sold the used one before. I'm not sure. Is this one brand new sealed?
Yeah, this is new.
That's new sealed.
Yeah.
So what's this, $100?
Yeah, give or take. And what you do is you put these in the water, and it moves the water around, and it helps to clean. People use them in pools and stuff. And the reason I want to share this is because any type of pool equipment, all that stuff is very, very, very expensive, right? Any type of that stuff, look it up, okay? So there you go. All right, let me get into...
Puzzles.
Ooh, you want me to get into the puzzles?
Yeah,
Let's do a 2-for-1. Legos, because there's really not much to talk about with Legos. Just buy all Legos.
Legos, buy them all.
Buy all Legos.
Those guys in the front are Duplos.
Where, right here?
Yeah, these guys are Duplos. These are also Legos you should look out for. Look for Legos brand new sealed, big lots. Look for Duplos, anything Lego, just keep your eye out for, look it up. It's one of the hottest toys out there.
Yeah, there's really not much to say. If you can find it, just be careful not to overpay, and be careful if you buy it used. The price is going to be significantly dropped if it's not complete or if there's pieces missing, and you're gonna just have to sell it for parts, or you're gonna have to sell certain pieces. I mean, you're more of an expert with that, but I was at a flea market yesterday, and this guy wanted 80 bucks, and the box, like, it was new sealed, but there were sealed packages missing out of it, so you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
You know, some of the bigger boxes have like 10 seals in it, 10 different like separate, and they're marked like 1, 2, 3, 4. They were missing, and he was like trying to get retail, and I'm like, dude, all this stuff's missing. Anyways, puzzles. Same thing with board games. Look them up, scan them. You'd be surprised. I like to mess with puzzles that are brand new.
Yeah.
Just because if they're used, it takes forever to count them. I've done videos. As a matter of fact, I have a video coming out soon, which is the top 20 puzzles to sell on eBay. So look up my channel. That should be out by the time this video comes out. But yeah, paid $4 for this. This one's going to go on Amazon. I sell a lot of them on Amazon, but they can also sell well on eBay.
Nice, nice. All right, I gotta, back to the toys. You can tell I'm the toy seller because I have all the toys. Right here is, you can't really see it. I'm gonna pull them out for you. It's a bag of horses. And
Horses sell on eBay?
Yeah, these are Breyer horses. These are stablemates. They're mini or smaller
I didn't know they
ones.
came in the small ones. I only see the big ones usually.
And these are very collectible. Right now I have these up there. I'm probably gonna get about 40 to 50 bucks for this entire lot.
Oh my God.
So be out on the lookout for Breyer horses, big, small, medium, large, whatever they are. They're toy animals. That's the company you want to look for. Also Shrek, also Safari LTD. Look those up. Toy animals do well.
Very cool, very cool.
Collectible.
Nice, nice, nice. Next up, we've got watches. One of the brands that I like to flip in particular is called G-Shock right here, okay? So this one, I think, is selling for around $100.
I've seen, yeah.
Sometimes the batteries will be dead, so you can actually go to the mall if you want to and just pay like $5, $10 to get them replaced.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you want to sell it, but a lot of times you could sell them with the battery dead and people will pay for it, so keep an eye out for G-Shock.
Next up, we have the retro gold Mizuno glove.
Yeah, that's mine. I'm a baseball player, softball player now that I'm older, but I love flipping the gloves. Mizuno, Louisville Slugger does well. I like to stick with Mizunos.
What'd you pay for this one? $4 you paid for this, and this is probably worth what, 40?
Probably not that much, just because
35,
it's
40.
a lefty as well, so it doesn't sell as well. But I like to deal with the catcher's mitts. There's different models in different styles, but this was probably like 30 or so, maybe 40 now because it's, you know, it's
season.
It's the season. But Yeah, look up baseball gloves. Look them up. There's a lot of them that don't sell for a lot, but there's also a lot that sells for a lot.
A lot.
A lot of lots. You could sell a lot.
Oh!
Whoa! Did you hit your head on that?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So here we have Power Rangers gun. Okay, it's a Power Rangers gun.
That's not Nerf.
No, it's not a Nerf gun. So be on the lookout for electronic kid toy weapons that make sounds or have lights. Like this one has a trigger, it makes sounds, makes lights. They always do well. This guy right here is a $35 to $40 item. It's a supercharged shooter, and I paid $1.99. So be on the lookout for electronic toy weapons, guns, stuff like that, especially themed.
And do us a favor right now. If you're getting value, you probably shared like 20 items so far. We're going to share 25. If you found value in this video, do us a big favor and smash that like button below and leave a comment. Let us know. It helps with the algorithm and helps to get this video out to more and more people. And also, if you guys want to learn about more items to sell, I have tons of videos on my channel. We actually have a bunch of guides that you have created. As you know, he loves toys. We have multiple guides that we've created that will teach you how to buy and sell toys and a ton of different items. So I'll link that all up below. But the next item up, believe it or not, what do you think this is worth? This old kind of beat up
North Face, probably 100.
It's not quite that much.
80.
Yeah, it's around $80. This is the North Face Hot Shot. Now, the vintage backpacks, like the older ones, I'm not an expert.
Yeah, these were made nice.
Yeah,
this is a nice made backpack.
I'm not an expert when it comes to a lot of stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you, but I can tell when something, like, if you see something that looks interesting and it has, like, quality material, especially the older stuff, because now everything that's made is cheap, it breaks, it's not meant to last. These older items from the 90s, early 2000s, they last. This right here, I paid $5 for at a garage sale. It's going for around $80 last time I looked used, okay? So look them up.
Oh, yeah.
North Face backpacks.
All right, here's a category that nobody really touches too much anymore, but there are some things to pick up in this category. And this is a Star Wars Trilogy, the Special Letterbox Collection.
It's a VHS.
A VHS set. So in here, so be on the lookout for special VHSs. See that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I picked this up at a garage sale for $2. And I believe it's selling for 50 to 80, somewhere in there. You guys can help me out and look it up. I forgot what it's selling for. This was at a garage sale I bought. I have a new video coming where I think I paid 50 cents for 50 DVDs. So I paid like $25 for like a whole bunch of DVDs, and he's just like $2, and I was like, it looks cool. So anything like this, Star Wars, that's complete, it has everything, the manual, the VHS, like people are willing to pay. People collect this type of stuff. So most VHS isn't going to make money, but yeah, want to mention that.
For the collector items, look them up. You never know. And
also, this is an item that obviously I didn't buy at a thrift store, but I do want to mention anything Apple, right? The iPods, the ear pods, whatever those things are called. You know, phones, old phones, even phones that are Apple that are busted up and smashed up. People will buy those. I don't know if they buy it for the technology or what. Computers, you know, anything Apple can make you a lot of money. I had this laying around. I'm like, if you ever see those old iPods, pick them up. They're worth really good money.
And then you got the Canon.
Yep, and I have this Canon camera. I used to pick these things up all the time at pawn shops. At thrift stores, you might come across these, the older ones, the Power Shots. Look for the Canon Power Shots. Sometimes you'll find the big DSLRs as well. But the Power Shots are worth good money. These things sell for like 50 to 100 all day long. And
sorry, man.
Vinny is...
I'm just changing real quick into my expensive Knicks jacket.
Look for the old vintage starter jackets.
Look at this. This thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is an Apex 1, I believe.
You see it? Apex 1?
Yeah. This is an old New York Knicks jacket, right? All different types of items sell within the clothing category. You know, I've got tons of guides that I've created about clothes. That's how I started reselling. I was selling $5,000 to $8,000 a month selling clothing only. Clothing there's a lot of clothing that doesn't make a lot of money, but there's also a ton in a section that you can actually crush it on. Yeah, $12.99. I think I paid half off on that as well. I'm pretty sure I did, or 30% off on that. This I think is going to sell for probably like $50 to $70. So yeah, keep an eye out for those vintage jackets. Even the my favorite are the satin jackets, like the New York Yankees, Red Sox.
Starter ones too.
Those things sell like hotcakes.
Be on the lookout for starters.
And then microphones. Keep an eye out for microphones, right? There's all different types of brands, the Bose ones. This is an Audio-Technica. There's tons of brands out there. I've done videos on it, but microphones can make really good money. The thing with electronics and stuff is you got to be careful. If you can't test it very well, some of these thrift stores aren't going to allow you to return it. At garage sales, I'm a little bit more comfortable buying certain electronics because you could talk to them. It's the owner. They're saying, hey, you know, this works fine. Don't worry about it. The same goes with like Bose headphones and items like that. You want to test them out. But yeah, those were the 25 items that you should be on the lookout for as a beginner. We didn't even mention shoes, right? We didn't even talk about shoes.
There's so many more.
There's so many more categories, right? Oh wait, where was the, I wanted to share those magazines. Well, anyways, keep an eye out for magazines. I just made a video about this the other day, and what was the magazine I just found that I told you about? Boys
Life.
Yeah, Boys
Vintage
Life.
Boys Life.
And tell them about the Life, we'll put it on the screen, the Boys Life, and also the Life magazine haul that you came across the other day.
Yeah, look out for vintage Life magazines, 40s, 50s, 60s. They're super hot right now. And I think one of the reasons is because they have vintage cigarette and Coca-Cola ads in them. I was doing some research on why they're so expensive. And the vintage ephemera is basically any pieces of paper from before time. It's cool, it's a piece of history. So look out for certain old magazines.
Yeah, and speaking of Coca-Cola, you know, my grandfather had passed recently. We went to clean out his house, and you know, they were all getting ready to throw everything away. And I was like, hold up one second. Like, he used to collect a lot of cool bottles and stuff. And I actually gave a whole bunch of them to Vinny, and you're getting ready to sell those. And some of those Coca-Cola bottles are worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So what you can do is instead of, you know, throwing them out, which, you know, my grandfather collected, he loved them. Vinny's going to clean them up. I'm going to clean them up. We're going to put them on eBay and sell them to people who want to, you know, put them in their house and, you know, cherish them for years. So
yeah,
that type of stuff sells well. Old vintage milk cartons.
Yeah, there's
bottles,
cartons.
Not the cartons, the bottles.
There's so many things out there, guys. But like, these are kind of the 25 items that you can find at thrift stores, tag sales, garage sales, online auctions, whatever. And then these are easy, fast sellers that are popular items that you can get rid of.
So with that being said, smash that like button, check out the links below, show some love, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. I absolutely crushed it at my local thrift store, and I found a ton of items that I'm getting ready to send into Amazon FBA. So in this video, I want to share with you some of the cool items I found. I'm going to actually bring you into my cell phone and share with you all the items that I found, how much they're selling for, and hopefully this can motivate you to go out there and start going to thrift stores, garage sales, auctions, flea markets, and picking up these items and send them into Amazon using Amazon FBA. So with that being said, let's dive right into this video. So the first item I want to share with you is an item that I am absolutely shocked to have found. This is probably one of my best DVD finds. And what I'm actually going to do is I am going to scan. I'm using the Amazon Seller app. And this book was actually a pretty cool find as well. I'll share it with you after. But this is a $25 book. I got Mama Profits Keeps Trying to Call Me. And anyways, I'm going to scan this DVD right here. This DVD is selling for... it's pretty unbelievable. $241 on Amazon. Now, if you don't believe me, you can go to eBay as well. These things are selling for $200, $300. This will probably sell for over $300 because there's only 2 merchants and no FBA sellers. 376 reviews, 58,000 ranks. So this thing's probably selling, you know, a couple times a day, at least multiple times a week. So that was number one. That was a really, really cool find. Second find that I came across was at my Savers. I already took the sticker off because the sticker will peel these items and the collectors won't want them. But this is the Lego Creator Set 5867. I ended up paying 20 bucks for this. I had a 30% off coupon from Savers, and I'm gonna scan this as well and check this out right here. This is selling for $84 on Amazon. Now, some new sellers aren't gonna be able to sell DVDs, aren't gonna be able to sell Lego, so, you know, I was grandfathered in. If you want to be able to sell some of these products and you're not able to, you're going to have to get gated by purchasing from a wholesale distributor, which is pretty simple. You can check out Alliance, Ingram. There's different websites out there. But anyways, this is a pretty cool find. Now, as you can see, the gross proceeds are $65.94, And if I click on that and I type in the cost to purchase, my profit's gonna come to about $45 minus shipping. So I'm probably gonna make well over $40 profit on that item, which is really, really cool. Oh, here's another amazing DVD that I found. This is a Boston Red Sox DVD. This is used. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scan the barcode just like that. And this thing's crazy right here. This thing is selling for, the lowest price is $149.99. I'm super excited to ship this in. You know, sports stuff is just blowing up right now with all the craziness going on and people at home watching, you know, it's nostalgic. 90 reviews, 117,000 rank. I like to usually stay under 100,000, but something like this is definitely going to sell. I'm really excited about that. Number 4, I've got a bunch of stuff in front of me. Number 4, here's another, actually, matter of fact, I want to share with you another Lego item I found. This is Lego Duplo 2930. Brand new. I paid $25 on this item, and this is an item that I don't know if I was actually able to find this on Amazon. I might be selling this on eBay. Let me see if I can find it. It's pulling up the book underneath it. So you can actually scan the cover, and if it doesn't pull it up, sometimes there's no listing. So this thing on eBay was selling for well over $100. So I'm gonna search for a listing on that. But anything Lego, anything that's old, anything that's a couple years old, can definitely make you some good profits. Now check this out right here. This is a board game, Guess Who? I love this game. I'm gonna scan the barcode right here. And for something like this, one thing to keep in mind is there's gonna be different models and different variations. You have to find the correct one. So what I usually do, and I paid $7 for this, is I look to see what year it was from. So this is actually 1998. So I didn't see it pop up. So what I'm gonna do is try to scan the cover, and I wanna see if I could find the version. So that's the 1996 version right here. Doesn't look like it's popping up here. But anyways, I had found this. Oh, actually, is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. Okay, 1.4 million rank. Lowest price is $74. Now, something like this, when you find it over $1 million, just know it's gonna be a slower seller. It's not the hottest. It might sit for a while. You know, if this was like 10 or 15 bucks, I wouldn't buy it. But since it was 7, I think I might have actually gotten half off. I'm not sure. It's not a bad deal. Definitely not a huge score. Let's see. Oh, here was the vitamin B12 book that I shared with you before. So again, you could scan the barcode just like that, or you can scan the cover of the book, and then you can see that it is selling for, as this loads, $25.25. So I'll make 17 profit minus what I paid. I paid $3.99, so I'll end up making probably around $12 when all is said and done. And if you're wondering about, you know, how to sell books and how to start a book business, what's the best rank, how do I ship them, how do I go through this whole process, I'm also going to put a link to a free training that my buddy Avery and I are hosting, and we're gonna share with you the 5 steps to starting an Amazon business and how to go through the whole process. So you can check that out if you wanna dive a little deeper into that. But that's a really cool item right there. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a bunch of items right here. And oh, here's another interesting book that I found. And I have another book that I'm gonna share with you in a second that's selling for over $200 to $300. But this one, again, I'm gonna scan the barcode. And this one is selling for $17.96, 14 FBA sellers. The rank is 505,000, 26 reviews, and this is gonna make $8 profit minus what I paid. I ended up paying, it says $4, but I got the 5th book free, so about $3, so I'll make about $5 profit on that. And again, if you're wondering, well, what are you gonna do with all this, Steve? You throw it all in a box and you ship it to Amazon. It's really that easy. Oh, here was the book that I wanted to share with you guys. So this is called The Book of Knowledge, The Keys of, I don't know how to pronounce it, Enoch. Look this book up on eBay and look it up on Amazon. On eBay, this book is selling for over $200, sometimes even over $3. On Amazon, I'm gonna scan the cover. This book is, let's see. I thought I pulled up another listing before, so it's not saying right now on Amazon because there's no offers, but if you have what's known as a Keepa chart, so it's a Chrome extension, it's called Keepa, K-E-E-P-A, you can actually put that onto your Amazon screen, and then it'll bring up a chart of what it's sold for in the past. This thing is typically selling for over $300 to $400. So check it out, conservatively $200, but I found this at a Savers for $3.99. So that's a really big score. It'll be somewhat of a slow seller, but definitely something that I'm excited about. Oh, here was another couple really cool finds that I wanted to share with you. I'm looking for the other one. This is a bolo. Be on the lookout for The Adventures of Pete and Pete, Nickelodeon. Now, I don't think I could sell these on Amazon because I was restricted for one reason or another. Let me try to give it a scan. Yeah, I'm restricted. Even though I'm ungated in DVDs, for some reason, you'll be like restricted maybe on a brand or a specific name. So I'm actually going to put these on eBay, but this one right here is selling for $45 on Amazon, and this one is actually brand new in the package. So I think I'm restricted on this one as well. And even though I'm ungated, it doesn't matter. Some items you're not going to be able to sell. So this one's pretty crazy. You always want to find the listing with the lowest rank. Yeah, I'm restricted on this, but check this out. $129 is the lowest price. So I'll definitely be able to get probably over $75 on eBay for that. And, you know, probably $20, $30 plus on eBay for that one as well. Here's another really cool board game that I came across. Let me scan her. And it's so easy, guys. All you got to do is download the Amazon Seller app and just start going out and scanning items. This item right here has a 92,000 rank in toys. And remember, when you're selling items on Amazon, the rank is going to correspond with the category. So a 92,000 rank in toys is phenomenal, but a 92,000 rank in video games is horrible. So you've got to learn about the different categories. And if you go on Google and you type in Amazon FBA sales rank chart, there's some free charts out there that can help you to kind of guide you in terms of what ranks you want to stick with. But for toys, you know, anything under $1 million is pretty solid. Anything under 100,000's selling like hotcakes. This is going to make around 22 profit minus my fee. So I'll probably make about 15 bucks on that. And let's see if there's anything else I want to share that's worthy. Oh, this was an interesting looking book right here. It's not the best condition, but what I'm going to do is scan the cover since there's no barcode. And you'll be able to see, this is somewhat of a slower rank. And when I'm selling books, I typically use Scout IQ, which is way better. It gives you so much more information. It lets you know right off the bat, should I buy, should I pick it, should I pass? It gives you a lot more information. But for this video, I'm just using Amazon Seller app since it's free and Scout IQ is paid. But this book's selling for 26 bucks, which I thought was pretty cool. Very nostalgic right there. So yeah, tons of items that I ended up finding. Oh, here's one more item I want to share. I don't even know what this is selling for. Tonal Harmony. Let's give this a scan. Was this the one that I thought? Let's see. So you want to find the one, you want to make sure it's hardcover. This is hardcover. 27 bucks right there. And I actually can't sell this in used condition, so I might have to give this to my mom. My mom's actually ungated in popular textbook. Some textbooks you're not going to be able to sell if it's really popular, so my mom has a special account, so I'll give that to her. But yeah, I just want to share some of the items that I came across recently. Again, it's not to impress you, but it's more or less to impress upon you that it's not that hard. You got to go out there, go to the thrift stores, go to the garage sales, go to the auctions, the flea markets, consignment stores, and start scanning the barcodes, start looking them up. And you know, some of these items I'm going to put on eBay because there's restrictions or it's maybe just not worth selling on Amazon. But I like Amazon more than eBay for especially media, books, board games, because they sell quicker, they're easier to sell, and you know, it's just, I don't have to worry about it. I throw it all in a box, I ship it to Amazon. Whereas with eBay, you know, there's less rules, it's less restrictive, but you know, I have to work through every part of the process. I have to create the whole listing, the item specifics. I have to take all the pictures. I have to store it at my house. I have to pick it, pack it, ship it, deal with customer service, returns, refunds. Where with Amazon's FBA program, I don't have to worry about any of that. So, you know, there's pros and cons for the new sellers who are just getting started. You might not be able to sell a lot of these items that I did. So you might be forced to have to sell on eBay, right? But folks who do have seasoned accounts, or for folks who understand how to get, you know, invoices from wholesale distributors to get ungated, you know, that's a very powerful way to start your business because there's a lot less competition. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed I'll put the link down below to the free webinar that we're hosting, and we're gonna walk you through the 5 steps of starting a book business, how to source, how to list, how to scale, how to ship, how to optimize, how to deal with everything. It's 100% free, so if you want more information, check that out. But yeah, with that being said, keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Here we go. These are my favorite things to collect. I actually counted them. I don't know why, but I actually counted them the other day, and I have 665 of these.
What are these?
Littlest Pet Shops, right? Every time I see these, I pick these up. I don't sell them anymore, but I used to sell them all the time in the beginning when I first started. And they're just little pets by Hasbro. You want to look for the ones in the early 2000s, like 2003 to 2008. Usually the best ones to go for. Dogs, cats. And just sitting on this table here is about $60 to $70, if you believe that. I paid
if you believe that.
I paid $14.99 for this bag. So these things, if you see these with more than a couple of them in a bag, you should buy them. And like they come with little set parts and cages and thingies. That's what they look like right there.
So if you're at a Goodwill or a Savers and you find maybe like a couple of these little ones right here, maybe 5 or 6 in a bag, what are you looking to pay?
5 or 6 in a bag, don't pay more than $3.99.
Okay.
But usually I've seen these in bigger bags for like $14.99, but you'll get like 25 figures in there, and that's when it really makes a lot of sense. Like I've made decent money, and the older ones the better. Like I remember I got 2005. I found a bunch of 2005 of them. I paid $14.99, and they were all dogs and cats from 2005. I ended up selling it for like $96 in auction.
And this is how you get your sales to $7,000 a month. You start to learn about these various toys and come across these jackpot lots that people just don't know about.
Yeah, so you gotta learn. Like the whole point is, I'm not giving you a tool to just completely make you money to be lazy and make you money. Like you're gonna learn something. Like you're gonna actually know that, okay, this is a newer one, this doesn't go for as much, but if I find like a older one, and there are a bunch of older ones from 2005, then you're gonna make some money.
Wow. These are some items that people can go out and they can start finding. Be on the lookout at garage sales. Be on the lookout locally on Facebook, on Craigslist, on Licko, right? I know you scooped up some stuff.
And you know what's crazy is even if these are damaged, some of them, some kids write on them with markers.
Yeah.
Some get damaged. You can still sell the damaged ones for parts or OOAK, one of a kinds, because they're literally artists that go through and they refurbish them. They fix them up, they repaint them different ways.
That's so cool.
So even screwed up ones, like see this one, it's got marker on it, on the eyes. You can still sell this. These animals here, the birds, and I think I got an owl here. These are called little live pets, and most of these have a little felt feeling to them. You feel them? They're nice. They feel real, and they have functions. Let's see if I got any of that working right now.
I don't think this one works.
No, this guy.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, you got him working.
Well, he worked once.
And these are fairly valuable in lots.
What are these called?
Little live pets.
Little live pets, and these are. What kind of, is this like a little...
It's a battery-operated toy that...
It's not a pigeon, what is it? Or is it?
It's a bird. This is a parrot.
It's a bird.
This is an owl. Are we doing a video on how to identify animals or toys? This is a dragon, Steve. Or a dinosaur. That's a monkey. Okay.
That's a bear.
But I just wanted to touch on some things about these little live pets. See, here you've got a complete one. He's got his little cage. He's like snatched in that cage. So these are not too valuable, but I see them priced really low because...
Sorry, this thing's like going crazy.
You can just switch it off. They're not super valuable, but they are still pretty popular and people still do buy them. You're gonna want to find them with their homes, and they're generally priced pretty low at the thrift store because they don't really know what it is.
What's this thing worth, if you had to guess, with the bird cage and the bird?
20, 25 bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
So imagine guys going to a garage sale, guys and gals, going to a garage sale, maybe seeing a box with like 18, 20 birds, maybe 4 or 5 bird cages. I mean, is that something that you can come across?
Yeah,
A garage
of
sale.
course. And for example, like here is a bag from Savers. I didn't open it yet. It's $3.99, and I get one, two, three.
$2.99.
Oh, it's $2.99. And these are different. These are a little bit of a different brand. It's Digibirds, and these kind of have the same value as them. But I get the little play set with these guys. So from $3, I may be able to get 20, 25 for this.
Wow,
And
really?
it's not too heavy. It probably will go under a pound.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool. Interesting.
And then, so that's a good tip. Try to find them in lots, or the bigger ones tend to do well, like the Parrot.
What do you think the Parrot's worth individually?
15 to 20.
So
Working. In good working condition.
How do you test if these work? Are there batteries that you have to switch out?
So yeah, there's a screw, and you take the batteries and you put the batteries in.
What kind of batteries are they? Like double AAA's or?
I think they're most of the time going to be watch batteries. Some might be AA's.
Okay.
Or AAA's actually.
Okay.
So it's great to test those. Now here's one that, this is gonna be cool because it's a Polly Pocket compact heart, okay?
Okay. I have no idea what that means.
Polly Pocket.
Yeah.
It's a compact. It's like a little set, a little play set in here.
Oh,
Now,
got it.
the cool thing about this is I rattled it and I noticed there was stuff in there, so I'm praying and hoping that there's a bunch of
We're gonna
little-
open this up live to see if there's a jackpot in there.
I'm
You guys
hoping-
show them. This thing's stapled still. It's still stapled.
closed. I'm hoping it's a ton of little Polly
Hold on, can I
Pocket
shake
figures
it?
in there. Yeah, shake
on.
just that part.
Wait, didn't we talk about this in a video? Remember the castles and then you pulled out the little
Yeah,
door?
the
Is that
little
what you're
piece.
talking about?
Yeah,
And
I'm
what are these
hoping.
little tiny people worth again?
Like a lot. Just individually, maybe 20, 10, 20, 30. They're up there. You hear it.
Hold on.
Right?
I want to put it right up against my chest for the mic. I hear it.
It doesn't seem that much. All right, this could be awesome.
Oh, God.
I hope it's not some candy or something. You never know with kids, right?
Hold on, give it another shake. That sounds like
sounds like
multiple.
it's
hold on. Bring him inside. Bring him
Sounds
inside.
like I hope it's
Hold on, show it
something
to the
good.
people first.
What the?
What the heck is that? That's not. I don't know what those are.
Oh,
What are those? Hold on. What are those? Those are not what we're looking for.
they're not Polly Pocket.
Ah,
Aw.
darn.
Well, unfortunately, there was no Polly Pockets in here, but this is still the castle, the Heart Castle.
So what is it called if
compact.
people want to look up what we're actually talking about? Polly Pocket miniature
This
figures?
is a Polly Pocket Heart Compact, and I believe it's the castle. If you look up,
But what are the minifigures called that we're talking about that weren't in here?
just Polly Pocket, vintage Polly Pocket dolls.
Mini?
Mini, yeah.
Okay. So we'll put some pictures on the screen of those.
Damn, they're charms. What are these? Yeah, great. I was so excited thinking
You
there
get
was
to
gonna be
see
a bunch
Vinny
of little...
self-implode live on a Raking Profits.
What am I gonna do?
He
with
was
this?
like convinced it was.
Hey, if anybody knows what these things are, please drop a comment, because I'm gonna have a tough time finding out what these are. Hey, maybe these are 20 bucks each.
I don't know. Maybe that's gonna be in the next guide.
So this was a little bit of a disappointment. Usually if you shake these and there's noise in them, you will find the little dolls in there, but this wasn't in there. This compact will probably still sell for 15,
Why
20
didn't
bucks.
you just rip open the bag and see? Does Savers
Well, I
not
want-
like if you rip open the bag or?
I wanted to save it for here.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to save it for
Will
this
you
video.
rip a bag open though if you're not sure about something? Like, what is Savers' thoughts on that?
Just don't get caught doing it. But I mean, you're purchasing it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like you're in a store and you're gonna open a brand new box.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be purchasing this, sometimes I'll ask them. I say, please, can I open this to check out if
Yeah.
someone's in there? Like video games, sometimes I put them in bags. I say, hey, can I
Savers
please
is
open this?
weird
to see?
sometimes. Sometimes they'll like Savers will sometimes price something that you have to open up at like a ridiculous price and they don't want you to open the bag and it's like, okay, come on guys, you guys offer no refunds. Like,
Yeah. But still, even though this was a disappointment,
break down the value of this bag now.
I'm pretty sure this is about 15 to 20 bucks. It's in great condition inside. Nothing's broken. Everything's here except for the little people. But I still think I can get 15 to 20 bucks with it. It's 1992 by Bluebird, so it's one of the earlier sets, so
Yeah.
that's great. And the next one is, these are one of my favorite toys to play, to like mess around with.
These are so neat. I never knew these existed.
These are called Zoobles.
Zach, zoom in for them. This is really cool.
And
What?
they're
Spell
by
that?
Zoobles, Z-O-O-B-L-E-S. And they're by Spin Master Limited. Spin Master.
Got it.
And they come with these little pods. And as you can see right here, you take the figure, it has a little magnet on the bottom, and you put it on, and it pops out into the animal. So it goes from ball.
How much you want for that if I try to buy it off
Ball
you
to
right now?
animal. I'll give you $5. And then the more expensive ones are the bigger ones, and they also pop up.
What's
as
this
well.
worth right here? This whole set. If you were to put this in a lot.
This guy does not belong to this. I just wanted to bring a bigger one.
Oh, okay.
But just this little purple thing, I could probably sell for $10 because she's with her pod. It belongs.
And it doesn't seem like a lot of money, $10, but you're getting it in a bag with 5, 6, 7, 8
yeah,
other
this
items.
cost me maybe 50 cents, the whole thing, you know? Sometimes I'll find these with pods in a bag for $3.99. I'll have 7 or 8 of them. Like
that's
that's
cool.
the value of like $70. These are McDonald's Madame Alexander dolls.
What?
Yeah, they model little dolls after Madame Alexander, and these go well in lots. And the more money is paid for the Wizard of Oz doll. See, here's one Wizard of Oz doll.
I did not know McDonald's created these, Madame Alexander.
Here's another Wizard of Oz. Like the Wizard of Oz, if you get the whole set of Wizard of Oz, I've seen them go for $40-50.
Really?
Yeah, I've literally seen this whole listing.
Wow.
But you got to get every single one.
Yeah.
So these go pretty well in big lots. Like
What years are these from?
I don't know. They're all different. It's not going to tell me here, but around the 2000s.
What is going on, guys? Bonafide Hustler here.
Rake and profit.
Raking profit with that red solo cup. Anyways, what's going on, guys? We are two of the people from the Green Room University, and today we're going to show you a live haul of some of the stuff that we picked up from this past weekend and thrift stores as well recently. Right, Rakin?
Yeah, everything around me is, within mostly a week. So it's fresh.
Okay, very, very fresh type finds. So we're going to get right to it. Hopefully you guys can hear us. We expect, a fair amount of people to be here. And this is one of those shows, guys, where you guys can comment as well. Maybe if our pricing is a little too low, maybe, let us know. If our pricing is a little too high, our estimates, let us know as well. But anyways, we found this stuff from garage sales, thrift stores, and that's essentially what we do part-time is we go out to these places and, it's not very much money that you have to shell out, and you find some really incredible goods that you can flip online or even locally as well. Rick, and most of your stuff's going to be online, right?
Yeah, most of it. I mean, if you see in the corner, I've got some bikes that I collect and flip and resell. So mostly I sell like bikes and anything really big and heavy locally, but mostly eBay and Amazon FBA.
Now, how hard is it for anyone to get into eBay or Amazon? It's pretty easy stuff to do, but you have to start small, right?
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about reselling in general with eBay and Amazon is you can start with whatever risk tolerance that you're comfortable with. So, I mean, you could start with just ties, $1, $2, flip a tie for $9, $10, put $3 in your pocket, keep reinvesting, building up the snowball. So, I mean, you can start small, with Amazon, you can start with books, go to library sales for $0.25 each. It really just depends on what you're comfortable with. But that's why I love eBay and Amazon so much, because anybody can do it. It doesn't matter, your age or your ethnicity or your gender. It doesn't matter.
That's right. So on this video, you're going to see some of these more inexpensive type finds that we are going to be flipping online. And we're going to talk to you guys about the money that we think we're going to be making on these items after fees and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be talking about like take home money here. And so you can kind of see what it takes, the effort, the work. Do you have to take pictures for it? Do you have to box it up? Do you have to put it in bins? And we'll kind of discuss that with you here in 1 second. So I want to get to the very first find. I found this on a Friday where I don't usually go to Friday garage sales, but I decided to go this past Friday morning. So this is one of the finds that I was waiting in line only for 15 minutes at this church sale, which was coincidentally in a house. It was really weird. So anyways, I walk in, after waiting 15 minutes, because time must be considered when you're doing this kind of, anytime that you're working for money, you must always think, how much time am I investing in this thing, right? So here's one of the things that I found, and without going into terrible detail about it, cuckoo clocks can be really good money. So here we have a Hecko 8-day, made in Germany, or most of the really good cuckoo clocks that I flip on eBay, and this is probably the fourth one that I've ever found. They are going to be found in a box. They're going to be kind of complicated to get set up. It's gonna be pretty hard to get set up. So, but I find them like this, and for $5, I believe I can flip this thing for about 100, thus yielding me about 65 to 70 after I pack it up and ship it. That's what I'm thinking right here. So it's a pretty good flip. If I can take $5 and put it in and turn it into $65, that's what I'm talking about. So definitely check out Cuckoo clocks, made in Germany. Cuckoo clocks like that.
You know what's really funny, man? I've never, ever in my whole entire life come across a Cuckoo clock.
Man, telling you,
But
man.
the other day I came across one and I actually passed on it. And I think it was a big, big mistake. I passed on it because I wasn't sure if it was missing anything. Like it was outside of the box. It was in great condition. It was a Star Trek Cuckoo clock.
Pretty cool, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what a Cuckoo clock should kind of look like. They can get more intricate. Someone asked, does it have the weights? That'll be these things right here, and they're heavy, man. So, and then we have like all the other stuff that goes with a Cuckoo clock. But essentially, yeah, I mean, you probably, it just depends. I like Cuckoo clocks that have birds and they're made of wood and all that kind of stuff. You said that one was Star Trek?
It was Star Trek, and there wasn't a lot on the sold listings. There were a couple that were going over 100, but they were from so long ago. I just didn't have a lot of data to make a decision, so I passed. It was like $30. So
right. I didn't have any data to pull the trigger on this one, and I bought it because I've done, like I said, 3.
You have experience. Yeah.
Yes. But look for Cuckoo clocks, guys. Raykin, what do you got on your side, man? What kind of flips do you got?
This is actually a find that I went to Savers. This was probably a week and a half ago, and I went with Mama Profits. And one thing you need to realize about my mother is she'll give you something, but usually she'll give you something because she doesn't want to deal with it. she'll make it seem like, hey, I got you a gift, Steven. I got some money for you. She gives me this thing. She hates sending out big board games because they're typically oversized, and she sells mostly books. So she gave this to me. It's selling for $50. Monopoly Shrek, brand new in the stretch wrap right here. So this was a gift from my mother. She found it $3.99. Anything you find Monopoly brand new, look it up. If it's not themed, if it's the more square one versus the rectangle and it doesn't have a theme, some of them are just very mass produced and only worth 10, 12, $15. But if you have any type of theme to it, whether it's NASCAR or the Navy or it's like anything, anything themed can bring in good money. So that's $50 right there. I think it has like a 400,000 rank. So that's going to be getting shipped off tomorrow.
Okay, cool. While you're talking about that kind of stuff, with a 200,000 rank on Amazon, I got this for $350 at the same church garage sale, and this is a Scrabble Juniors kind of edition kind of thing. So you can teach your kids how to spell and get high scores and all that kind of stuff. With this game, it is sealed, like Steve was talking about. It's really important when you're messing with these. I really would not flip these things if they were not sealed, unless you come across maybe a Heroscape or a, things like that. Like they're very high caliber games that are a little bit more rare. But for more Milton Bradley mass-produced type stuff, what Steve says is absolutely correct. Theme type operation, it can be Monopoly, it can be Trivial Pursuit sometimes. Just look it up if it's sealed. Now here we have just a normal Scrabble that will flip, and it will yield me $18 after fees from Amazon with a 200K rank, $350. So that was a pretty easy decision to make right there. I'll take 3 and multiply it into $18 any day. Steven, what do you got? What's the next one, man?
Speaking of easy decisions, there's certain household kitchen items that are branded really, really well. Any guess what this thing might be branded as, Chris, based on your experience? It's all metal. It's a waffle maker. It's strong. It starts with a V.
Yeah, that's a Villaware. I've flipped 2 of those already. Yeah.
Yep. So this is a Villaware. It's actually already listed. So it's already in the poly bag right now. But this is a Villaware 1,000-watt waffle maker. Excellent condition. Garage sale find from an older couple. They were asking $5, offered $3, got it for $4. And I believe this is listed for somewhere around $40 or $50. I put it on eBay. You could probably get a little more on Amazon, but certain things I'm kind of sticking with eBay just because they tend to get damaged or have issues. So this is eBay. I'm going to profit probably $30, maybe more after fees. Villaware, great brand.
So he was talking about waffle makers, another kind of maker that's pretty interesting to look for, because there are commercial grade waffle makers as well. Like if you go into a Waffle House or something, they have ones where they flip, like, you know, with a little rotating thing. Those are really good as well. And also don't forget about panini makers. Now, most panini makers are probably not going to have inherently a lot of value, but certain Breville ones, for example, if you put those, or Breville, there's one called like Uno Panini Press. I think Villaware even makes panini ones as well. But, you know, essentially, those are really easy to test out. You plug them into a wall. I like to, and this is a weird thing, but I like to put my hand in there, and I like to feel it gradually warm up on both sides. And that tells me the thing is working, right? But you don't want to stick your hand in there forever. But those type items can be flipped on eBay, and if you're pretty confident and non-restricted on Amazon, you can get a little bit more money on Amazon as well. But eBay is a really fantastic place to flip waffle makers and panini makers as well. It's definitely worth checking it out, especially if you have a pretty big, you know, nice rectangle panini maker, and you find those at thrift stores all the time. So let me show you one of my finds that has nothing to do with that, but this was also a $5 garage sale find on Friday. I thought this was awesome. This might be the 5th or 6th one that I've flipped. I don't flip them very often, right? Because it's hard to find them in really good condition. So I haven't turned it on and everything like that, and I will probably list it as untested or 4 parts, because I don't have a record to test it with. But essentially, we have a record player right here. This is a PL1. It's a PL12D Pioneer, I think. Yeah, Pioneer vintage or retro record player. And it looks pretty good. Everything looks like it's there. Then again, I will just plug it in to see if it rotates. And that's pretty much what the eBay listing is going to say, is that it at least rotates. It's untested, but for the most part, someone that's looking for parts, or maybe the belt or the motor, is going to want this thing. And yeah, so that's
what are you going to ask for that?
I'm going to be asking about 100 to 150 on this, but you got to understand that this thing is also pretty heavy. So I'm going to be asking about 100 to 150 on that, thus yielding me probably right around 60 to 65 bucks after the shipping. I'm going to go probably FedEx Smart Post with that.
I was going to ask you what method you were going to take with that big
FedEx
item.
Smart Post, unless it's in an adjoining state. So I'm in Texas. If I get, you know, if someone from Nebraska picks it up, New Mexico, or whatever states to my right, I think it's Arkansas, those states would be better to do priority with that, right?
Yeah.
If it's sold within Texas, it's even better to do priority as well. You get better rates. But for the most part, if this goes anything outside of those 3 states, I'm going to be thinking FedEx Smart Post, which on eBay is it's one of the 2 ways that you can ship things off. There's USPS and FedEx Smart Post. All right, Reagan, what do you got, man?
These are packaged up because they're already on eBay, but these are some interesting shoes. Take a look at the shape. The brand is MBT.
Yeah, those are like orthopedic walking shoes, I think.
Yes, so they're arched and 100% leather. I ended up finding 2 of these at the thrift store. I got this one for $8. The other pair is bigger and paid $12. I've got these listed for $50 plus shipping, and the sold listings are looking pretty good. So MBT is a brand to definitely be on the lookout for. It's unique. It's a little different, and I've had success with them in the past. I haven't sold them a ton. Have you ever sold this brand before, MBT?
I sell the other one that's a little bit more orthopedic slash, what do you call it? It's the one with the springs on them and everything like that. What are those called? You know what I'm talking about?
No,
yeah, anyway,
really
Z-coils.
Sure
they're called Z-coils anyway,
Oh, okay.
so I flip those a lot. I think Skechers also makes the little thing like that as well. I see MBT as the stores. What was the entry and what was it? What are you going to ask for that, Steve?
I paid $7.99 for these at Savers. So I think I was asking $39, or I think they're listed for $49 plus shipping right here. So I'm not sure. Sometimes I'll just price it a little higher than I think, because I was thinking more around like the $39 plus shipping mark. So sometimes I'll price it a little higher with the best offer and just gauge the success based on views, offers, watchers, different things like that. You could always bring the price back down. You have a hard time bringing the price back up, especially if it sells. So MBT, be on the lookout for those. Look them up.
Yep. Also, correction real quick. I said that the state to my right was Arkansas. It's actually Louisiana. So sorry. Yeah, I'm just blanked out on this.
Dude, step
I
up
know
your
it's
geography
Louisiana
game, man.
I know. Trust me. I'm pretty good at geography. I should have known that. But anyway, I got corrected, and that's all good.
Is that a green room shirt you got on right now?
It is a green
I
room
see the
shirt right
sunset,
there.
man.
Boom. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Okay, so now I'm going to go into some garage sale finds from Saturday, okay? So we made a deal with a person at the garage sale. I think we paid $100 for 3 items. One of the items was this Lowy Pro backpack. Anytime you see really industrial, awesome camera backpacks with the strap, I mean, Lowy Pro is really good. Kata is another one. KT.
Is that a Lowy Pro you have right in front of you?
Pro, yeah, it's a
Dude, this was my next item I was going to show you.
Oh, cool. That's a Lowy Alpine. So this is a Lowy Pro.
Oh, that's an Alpine. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This is a CompuTracker plus AW. I actually own one of these already, and it's really awesome. Inside, you'll know it's a camera backpack, guys, and I won't go into too much detail because it'll have dividers and all that kind of stuff. So you can put the dividers where you want. You can put zooms in there. You can put lenses. You can put your camera body. You can put your laptop on the side. It has a laptop sleeve. You can put all your cards and hard drives in here and all that. So that's for one of those things where, you know, people travel or they go to assignments or anything like that. Definitely look into these kind of backpacks. We paid, like I said, it was part of a $100 haul. I think this considerably alone by itself, and it doesn't have any crazy wear and tear, would be about 60 to 80 bucks. I'm going to do a screen share real quick because I'm going to show you one of the other things, or two of the other things that came with it. Because if I'm going to talk about a $100 haul, I may as well just show you what else came with it. If you guys see the picture right now, we have those two bikes right there were part of the $100 haul. Each one of those bikes locally will probably be sold for about $100. And then we also have a Marantz, which I'll show you that in a second. But anyways, I have a really cool tuner that I want to show you. We'll go to Rakin real quick on one of his finds. Rakin, what do you got next up on the finds?
So today was an interesting day over at the Salvation Army. Over at my local Salvation Army, I noticed they had, over the last 2 months, they had all these ties. The brand was called Allen, and they were unique. They were different. They had, you know, guys parachuting, skiing, like different animals. They were themed. And just like board games that are themed, clothing that's themed tends to do really well. Now, these ties weren't very, very like high end, and there wasn't a ton of data on them, but they've been sitting for like 2 months. And I'm confident I could sell these ties for $9, $10, $12, $13 each, and they were asking $2. So I went up to the Salvation Army employee and I said, hey, is your manager around? Could you introduce me to your manager? I'd like to ask if they would be willing to do a bulk, you know, let me do a bulk buy on everything because I see it's been sitting for a couple months. So ended up having a conversation with the manager, and she said she'd sell me all the ties for $1 each. She said she had 200 ties. So I said, all right. We negotiated $1, and she says, well, I've got a couple boxes in back. Let me open them up. So we went into the back. They had 91 Joseph A. Bank ties, all brand new with the tag. And as you can see, every single one of them has a $60 price tag on it. So ended up getting 115 of that other brand tie Allen, and then I got 90 of these for $1.50 each.
Oh my God.
So I've got a bunch of these. I'm pretty sure I'm going to just wholesale them off to either a reseller, another reseller, or I'm going to put just a big wholesale lot on eBay, because I could sell each one of these for probably $10 to $15 each. But I value my time, and I have so many things going on. I just don't have time to process each one and do little lots. So I think it would make more sense to just, you know, I'm in it for $1.50 each. I could probably flip these to a wholesaler for to a reseller for about $3 or $4 each in a big lot. So I think I'm going to just wholesale lot this, and then the other one I'm probably going to do another wholesale flip too. So that was a pretty interesting find. I was in it for what'd I pay? I was like $230 out the door, and I should probably be able to, you know, double or triple my money, just depending on what I decide to do. So that was quite an interesting flip pickup today.
That's a lot of ties, man.
I'm telling you, man, these things are, and they're all similar. They're all kind of like the same design. There's a lot of ties in here. There's a lot of ties. Holy mackerel. I'm going to be looking fly.
There's another way that you can handle that, by the way. And one of those ways is if you're confident they're all new and they're all in the plastic, you can find the three, you know, not themed ones, but the three that look exactly alike. And then you can count each one. How many do you have? You might have 30 of one, 20 of another, 15 of another, right? And you can make individual lists. You can make, and then you can put quantity.
I just don't know if it's going to be worth it for me having to pick, pack, process.
25 to $30 each. That's the thing. And if they trickle sell, you'll get way more. And it might just, it's first class. Dude.
It's an option. I'm just weighing out my options right now. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, but I don't want to get stuck in the situation where I'm spending hours and hours and hours processing everything to make $700 when I could have just done a quick 1 hour flip and made $300. In my book, I'll take the $300 for 1 hour versus spending 15 hours to make $700. It's just, at my stage in my reselling career, it's just a smarter move. So you've got to weigh that out. You know, it depends. If I was brand new, Chris, and, you know, I was building on my eBay store, dude, I would sell each every one individually because I want to build up my feedback. I want to get the experience. Plus, I can make more money. But you've kind of got to weigh out where you are. So I'm not saying 100% I'm going to wholesale it, but I'm leaning that way. So.
Andy says, "Yeah, I do what Bonafide said." Just so you know. Hey, okay. No, I mean, because that's like nice trickle money. Like you can, yes, you're right. You can flip it, get $3 to $4 from a wholesale guy that wants to take on the job of doing each one. But then if you can get 25 to 30 on each one, and all you got to do is walk into your garage and like pick from the box and go, all right, this goes right into a padded poly, and boom, there goes the label.
It's all the time though, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, that's good trickle sale money.
But
right
I'll
there.
take $300 1 hour work instead of, you know, $700 or $800 for 12 hours of work. It might even be 12 hours. It just really depends, but you've got to weigh it out. So,
Garage Flips, Lonnie says it's like a 20-second packing job.
Well, you think, but it adds up, man. We have 200 different items and you're selling them individually. Trust me, it adds up. The questions, the returns, just different things. You know, I might be exaggerating with 12 hours, but, you know, I notice a lot of resellers, and this isn't like to diss resellers, but I notice a lot of resellers don't value their time at all. It's like they'll rather spend 10 times their valuable time to make like $50 or $100 more versus just doing something smart and moving on to another product. So that's just kind of where I'm coming from.
Okay, I want you to send these ties to me. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm just kidding, man. All right, so let's talk. All right, so that's a pretty awesome flip right there, and you know, you get to know your people at your Goodwills and stuff. Was that Savers or Goodwill? Bacon.
Sorry, I was on mute. That was the Salvation Army.
Salvation Army, sorry. Okay, cool. I told you guys I was going to show you that is the Marantz, and yeah, all this stuff is around us, so sorry we're not facing the camera. Here's a Marantz, not an amplifier, but this is an AM FM tuner, which it needs to be paired up with an amplifier, of course, but this was part of the $100 deal right here. So 2 bikes, this thing, the Lowy Pro backpack, $100. This one probably right here is going to sell for somewhere between 60 and $100. I just need to power it up and see if it works, but then again, it's going to be tough because the back of it doesn't exactly have all the outputs and inputs that you would think it should have, and it doesn't. So I might try to sell locally and get this thing a quick flip out of here for like, I don't know, 50 or 60. We'll see. We'll just see, you know. But there are a lot of things inside those things, like the casing. Someone might want the silver front facing to it. They might want the case. They might want the you know, the pulleys and everything because it has a rotating knob. And you'd be surprised how intricate those things are under the casing. So anyways, Marantz is a really good brand to flip when you're looking at those kind of things. Sansui, Fisher, there's a bunch of other ones, Kenwood, Pioneer. Pretty good stuff. So anytime you see a silver front face retro receiver or amplifier, start looking a little bit, you know, harder into it. If you're lucky, you might find a Marantz, a Carver, a Crown, or something really awesome like that. Let me show you guys another thing. E-Money, my brother. And, you know, in the green room, there's a guide that is just so encompassing when it has to deal with these guitar controllers. So, yes, you can flip. This is from a PS3, and the PS3 controller alone that's sunburst like this, and it's the one that does split on the back. The one alone, I think, is selling for like 83 or something like that. So if someone look this up right now, PS3 World Tour sunburst guitar, and tell me what you know, after fees, what it's showing. But I think on Saturday it was showing like $83 or $84 after fees without the game, just loose, used. Think about it for a second. It's really easy to like split this thing off the neck. You know, this comes off. You bubble wrap this, send it to Amazon, and you are making some serious money right there. So these are some of the things that we talk about inside the green room and how to really do it, because execution is everything, and being, you know, surrounding yourself around like-minded people is super, super important. So you know, that guide is definitely in the room. It's for free. It's just chilling in there. So he definitely read the guide like 2 years ago. I think it came out a long time ago, right, Raken? That guide has been there almost since the inception of the room.
It's been there for a while.
That guide to this day is still making crazy money for people. There was one guy in the room that's, I think he was on one of my shows. He has, I think, 100 or 200 of these things. He's like, I can't find them fast enough. He's like, the hardest part about this now is to find the games to pair with them, because like I've exhausted all my pawn shops. I've exhausted my GameStop. So all these places around him, he's like bought the games that go with these controllers. And he's like, that's how you really make serious money on these things. But anyways, last Friday, I want to say, I went hustling with my brother, Thursday, sorry. And he showed me the screenshot. He had sold 3 on Thursday, all right? $93.99 of those. the Xbox 360 ones with the
That's
game.
crazy.
And we're picking them up for like $1 to $3 at Savers or garage sales, and we're picking up the game for anywhere between $1 to $5. So you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. It's pretty good money, and it's a very low rank. He's like, he sells them so fast. So anyway, that's something that we talk about a lot in the green room too. Okay, Rick, what you got next, man?
Cool. Here we got a bread and butter item. We've got a pair of women's Harley Davidson boots. These things are in immaculate conditions. You always want to, flip them upside down, see how the bottoms are looking.
Uh-oh, I think Raken's feed might have done some choppy stuff. So, Raken, is your feed okay?
Am I getting choppy?
Got choppy for 1 second. Go forward. Try it again.
Don't cut me off, man. Live.
I didn't cut you off, man.
Harley Davidson. I don't know much about them. They're women's, but paid $9 at a garage sale. Got them listed for I think $60. These were all over the place, man, in terms of the sold listings. So, I'm going to see what happens. I put a best offer. So Harley Davidson, man, anything Harley Davidson, especially if it's leather, can bring in some really, really good money. Once you start messing with stuff with embroideries and cool patches and, colorful designs, that's really where the money's at. And anything unique and just different can bring in good money. So that's Harley Davidson.
There you go. All right. So I'm going to reshare this picture with you guys and show you guys. Here's the picture. And this surfboard right there that you see in the picture, we picked that thing up for $20. And the interesting thing about that surfboard is it's a rusty surfboard. It's not considered vintage or retro, but it's definitely interesting because if you look closely at it, which I can't zoom, but it is actually a rusty Preisendorfer signed and shaped surfboard, which is very, very cool because Rusty Preisendorfer is like a god in Southern California. And so the fact that this board is actually a Rusty Preisendorfer board is actually interesting. So a Rusty Preisendorfer board can sell for about, $150 to $200, but then again, I'm in Texas, and if it was on California coastline, it'd be a little different story. But, the closest thing that we have here is Galveston and Surfside in the Gulf of Mexico. So I'd be happy with like a $100 to $150 flip. We'll see what happens. They are long, they're big, so then you probably don't want to ship them. It's more like a local flip or put it on a classifieds, surf classifieds kind of thing. But had to pick it up, had to rescue it, put it on top of my SUV, $20. Thought it was I can't pass things like that up. I just can't. All right, Raken, what's up, man? What you got?
So I walked into a garage sale, and all the way in the back, I noticed a big box of VHSs. And normally VHSs aren't going to catch my attention. I typically wouldn't even look through them. But I noticed that there were a couple blank Sony VHS media that were just sitting there new in the wrapper. So I said, hey, can I take a look at that box? It was actually behind their table. And they said, we're not selling these because it's, home movies and stuff. Well, I said, would you sell the blank media, since there's nothing on it? She said, sure. So she took the box over, and I started looking through for other media, found 1, 2, 3, nothing special. But then all of a sudden I see something poking out at the bottom. And can you tell me, any idea what this is?
What that is.
I start seeing a bunch of Nintendo games at the bottom, and I'm like, what? So there's like resellers all around me. And there's one thing I could bet my last dollar on is if a crazy video game reseller sees this, they're going to go freaking crazy and start bidding you up right in front of you. They're going to, just like that guy who stole the bike from you, a crazy video game guy will do the same thing to you. So I take these two, there were, 3 or 4 games, and I sandwich them in between the Sony media, and I just go up to her and I'm like, how much for these? And she's like, and I bundled it with a couple things, and I'm like, I'll give you $3. And she's like, well, how about 4? And we made the deal. But this is Zelda for NES. If you ever see this shiny gold, and it's already packaged up for eBay, if you ever see this shiny gold, pick it up. It's not worth a ton of money, $20, $25 on eBay. It's not in the greatest shape. But if you find it like with the box and the manual, a lot of these games, 64, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, these older games, if you could find them with the box and the manual, it'll really increase the value. Unfortunately, this was just the game only, but pretty crazy find when you're digging through some VHS and you see, some Nintendo games. It's astonishing.
It's very rare. That very rare. Ever happens. I think Zelda on Amazon. Last time I sold gold Zelda on Amazon, I think it was $35, but I'm not 100%.
Right around there.
I know Super Mario Duck Hunt together, just that one game loose, is like somewhere between $8 and $10. So anytime, most people think like Super Mario Duck Hunt's just garbage, but like it actually isn't. You can send it off to Amazon, put a sticker on a bag, and it'll go for $8 to $10. That's if you're unrestricted. I think we're still unrestricted on most of that stuff, but I could be wrong. I haven't sent some in a while. Usually I keep 8-bit NES cartridges because they're just getting rare, you know. So that's a cool find, man. You're right.
Thank you.
About the resellers, man. If someone sees that thing, you're smoked. You ain't
you're done
survive.
because if you go up there and they know that you're checking out for $3 with 3 or 4 of those, I'll give you 10. Like it's gonna happen like 99% of the time. Other resellers are not there to be your friend. You've got to be careful. You've got to pay, check out, and get out. Because if it's something really collectible, like even I would say bikes and video games are probably one of the #1 things that you're going to get a reseller coming and screwing with you.
Legos.
Legos, man. You better hide those.
I know, which is crazy because now that we're on the Lego thing, I'll show you something that I picked up for $15. Oh, you guys ready? This is an epic. It's an epic score. The Marantz amplifier just hit the floor. So this is something interesting right here. Anytime you see Mindstorms, robotics, Lego invention system type stuff, these are essentially wired, programmable robots that you can build out of Lego, and they're really, really interesting. A lot of schools use them as well. So, you know, am I going to sit there and count 717 pieces? Because that's what is in here, supposedly. But you can program the absolute hell out of these things, and you can build arms, you can build tracks that the robots go on. You can build all kinds of cool stuff. It was this plus another box of robotic stuff, which is somewhere around here. I don't have to show it, but $15. I mean, like, oh my gosh. I thought what was interesting as well is since I'm in Austin, Texas, there are a fair amount of green room resellers that are also in Austin, Texas. And I was walking to the garage sale, and one of my green room members that has joined my group was walking out. I was like, hey, what's up? Da, 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 da. He's been in my car before. So he walks away, and I'm automatically thinking like, oh, there must be nothing here, right? And this was right on the ground. I was like, that's weird. So I decided to scoop it up, and
I decided to scoop it up. You know, I just took it.
I was like, well, he left, so I decided to. Let me show you something real quick. Here's the insert. I don't want to I need to balance it because like all the stuff will come out. Look at the insert right there. You see right there? Look at all those pieces.
Dude, you got to count every single piece, man.
No, I'm not going to count every.
Just part it out, man. Just part each part out.
I'm not parting this out, no, but this is pretty awesome stuff right here.
Dude, you could get $20 a piece, man. Just do it. Come on, man. Let's blow stream of income.
All right, this thing is getting really sabotaged now. This haul just got major sabotage by Raken. But honestly, guys, like this will probably sell somewhere between $100 and $150 because there's another box too. So be on the lookout for Lego Mindstorms robotics stuff. Very, very important. I come across one of these a year easily. A lot of times when I come across them, they're definitely not complete. You can tell just by when you pick up the box, you can tell pretty much if it's going to be complete or not. Like it's really, really easy to feel because the really 717 pieces feels heavy. It just does. So that's that. What else do you guys got? Hey, Raken, we have 110 people watching right now, 24 likes and 2 downvotes.
Man, where's the engagement on the Bonafide Hustler channel, man? If we were on the Rake and Profit channel, I could guarantee we'd have 75 likes right now.
I bet you anything we'll probably get to 70 likes in about.
You gotta ask them, man. You know, you gotta ask the universe for what you want, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it all my peeps, including Garage Flips Lonnie. He's in the feed right here. Also, a person that shows all kinds of hauls and stuff from his channel. We got Tanya in the house too. But you guys got to hit the like button. Please help the Bonafide Hustler out. I still have more.
How would the Bonafide Hustler hit the like button if he was like a transformer?
If I was a transformer, dude, what I would do is I would invert the keyboard, all right, and then I would flex my bicep, and it would hit the button like that. You see what I'm saying?
You might hit the dislike button if you were getting that complicated.
No. It's precise. I got a precise bicep peak, dude. It will hit exactly where I want it to hit, and I have to invert the keyboard. So, by the way, here's the think about it, man. Here's another one with 141 pieces. That's the other box I was telling you about. Vision Command. I mean, this is stuff that, yes, I have to research a little bit, but whether I'm going to put it together, don't know. But, expensive stuff regardless. Try buying Lego Mindstorm stuff like right now, and you'll see like it's super, super, super expensive. Like if you try to buy it new. Everyone's like flipping out in the comment feed. I have some really cool finds down here that are really neat. I'm going to show you guys. And anyway, so Raken, what are you guys?
Yeah, so I only have time for a couple more to show a couple more finds, and I got to get out of here. But this is a chalk line Boston Bruins satin jacket.
Cool, man.
Bada bing, bada boom. The profits are coming soon. I did pay up for this. I paid $16, but you know,
not bad.
What would you think off the top without even looking at the sold
My
listings?
last chalk line that I sold for $50, and it was a Dallas Cowboys chalk line.
Yeah.
So the Bruins, I don't know, like I would think like minimum 50, minimum.
Yeah, I was thinking minimum 50. I think I put it up for like $79.99 with the best offer because it's in great shape. You never know. There's no one else out here. Well, there might be a couple. I didn't see any, but you know, if you have an item, you know, especially like a professional team, satin jacket, vintage, and there's no one else selling it, yeah, you can go off the sold listings and see they're selling for 40, 50, 55. But if you're the only one and somebody really wants it, there's a chance they'll pay 80.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
absolutely. The funny thing is, the day that I found the chalk line jersey for $5, I also found a starter Cowboys retro jersey for $5. Same garage sale. The starter one ends up selling for like 80, I think, or maybe even 100. The chalk line one sells for like, but if you looked at the quality between the two, you'd be like, man, starter's quality is just better than chalk line a lot of times.
You think I should part out that jacket?
What'd you say?
I think I should part out that jacket.
I think you should like sell the sleeves, yeah, and then like the neck thing. I think you should sell that by itself, and then maybe even those snap buttons. Those are important. Like if you don't, man, you could be missing out on a lot of money.
Right, the patch will go for some good money.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely do that, man.
All jokes aside, guys, sometimes it is smart to part things out. Sometimes it's not. But what do you got there, Bonafide man? What is in your hand?
This was a $20 find from this past weekend. This is a Works drill. It's a lithium. Like I don't pop on drills and stuff unless they're lithium. Okay, so Works is not exactly the best brand in the whole entire world. I would equate it with like Black & Decker. It's definitely not a Ryobi or a Milwaukee or any of those kind of things, but it does work. What's interesting about this is if you press this button right here, you can switch the driver. Actually, it's this button. You can switch this to like something else, right? Now I got a bit for a screwdriver, but if I want to do a drill bit, it's right there. It's really cool. Like anyway,
it's cool.
Now, if I didn't pick this up for $20 and this wasn't here, I would have still bought this for $20 because this is a charger plus a battery. Right, so that's interesting. The last Works charger that I sold with a battery sold for like $109. But this is a 20-volt maximum lithium. Lithium is the key. I've talked about this in Bonafide Hustler shows in the past. You want to look for lithium, okay? Not NiCad or nickel metal hydride stuff, but lithium. It'll say 16 volt, 20 volt, whatever volt, max lithium, and they all look pretty snazzy. The really good drills are going to look super snazzy. A lot of them will have an LED right here, so when you're drilling in darkness, you can kind of see where your bit is going. But this is good stuff. You know, it's not the best brand, but with this together, I think I can get about $100, $80 to $100 right here. So this was a $20 find. Easy to put in a box together like that. No problems. Nice. What else you got?
I think you mentioned this the other day. Patagonia turtles.
Oh, dude, what?
I put the craziest things out, I know, but
wait, is that the fleece or is that the shirt?
This is the T-snap fleece.
Oh my gosh!
Look at him; he's just melting. I've been sitting on this for a while because when I had stopped selling on eBay, I had quite a bit of inventory that still needed to be listed that I'd picked recently. So this has been sitting for a while. I just listed this up.
How much you listed for? Don't shoot yourself on this. Don't shoot yourself on the floor.
I don't know if it was somewhere around like $150, I think.
Yeah, 150 be right because it would probably sell easily for 100. But see, if you parted out each turtle, you'd make a lot more money.
You know what I should do? For every turtle, add a tie. So if there's like 50 turtles, be like, 50 ties, a tie for every turtle, something like that. So,
oh my God. Anyway,
I'm not in a weird mood today.
This is how the admins are behind the scenes a lot of times. Something that I bought from a garage sale. Now I was thinking, yes, I can put this on FBA. It'd be really cool. But it happens to be the same kind of battery that my camcorder uses. Now the principle here is I'm not flipping this, okay? I could, and I could flip it and make 7 times my money. Nothing crazy. I bought it for like $2. I know I could flip it for about $10 to $14. It's a battery that goes on the back of Sony camcorders, all right? And I have one of these camcorders, and it does use this battery. So it'll buy me about 30 minutes or an hour of video time. you know, when you're out at garage sales or thrift stores, one of the best parts of it is that you get to get a realistic view of like how items are truly priced in the world. And if you wait it out and if you just chill out, you can find a lot of the things that you need in everyday life at garage sales and thrift stores. And sometimes, yes, it's secondhand, but sometimes it can be new. And, you know, I can tell you if I'm on vacation with my camcorder, my really awesome one, and the battery goes out and my second battery goes out, I'm going to be wishing I had a third battery. And I'm going to be wishing I'd bought a third battery for $1 because you know how much these things are when you just have to buy them at stores like Best Buy or whatever. They start charging you like 20, 30 bucks for these dumb things. So had to buy that. While I still have you guys' attention, this body media fit, I think it was like
I've sold those several times.
This thing's yielding, it's a 3 out of 5 star, nothing crazy, but the rank is semi-low. And it's somewhere around 69 after fees or 75 after fees. Yep. So I decided to get into this along with a pair of hiking boots. So are you all exhausted? Or you got any more turtle stuff?
I'm going to show you one more turtle item. What the heck? There's like a pack of like empty cigarettes on my floor, and I'm like, how the heck are they here? I don't even have any friends. Oh, actually, I do have a friend who smokes. I'm like, did it fall out of one of my clothing items? But anyways, this is probably one of the craziest clothing finds I've ever come across my whole life. Not in terms of like the overall resale value. And if you guys have been watching my channel, I showed this, I don't know, 2 weeks ago when I found it. I paid $2 for this. This is 100%. Well, it's a goat skin leather jacket by LL Bean, Freeport, Maine. Dude, I walked up to a garage sale from another reseller who does not auctions. What are those little? What the heck is it called? Where they do the storage auctions.
Okay.
Couldn't get the bat off my shoulder there. But storage auctions, and I asked him, how much is this? First of all, I'm freaking out. Like, really? This is at a garage sale? $2.
What's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it.
What is wrong with that thing?
The thing is in mint condition, dude. Like, I went with my buddy Tim Fisk. So anyone who thinks I'm full of it, which I don't blame you because it just sounds like unrealistic. He was there. He's on my videos all the time. If you ever see him at a meetup, you ask him. It was crazy. Same place. I picked up 2 pairs of True Religion jeans, authentic, for $1 each. I mean, this guy was just like,
what's wrong with this guy?
Like, I was about to ask him, hey, do you have any gold in the house? I'll give you 10 cents a pound. Crazy.
That's nice. Goatskin LL Bean. What are you going to ask for that thing? I'm going to take a guess. 150, right? Yeah. I was going to take a guess. 150. That's pretty good. Strong brand. Probably one of the cream of the crop like products that they ever built, if you think about it, right? Because LL Bean's known for flannels and long johns and bags and stuff. But like that's a good find, man. That's a really good find.
Thanks.
I think that pretty much concludes my haul. I'm sure there's more stuff. There was one last thing. Let me share the picture with you. Anytime you find bicycle hitch racks, especially swing away bicycle hitch racks, and you can see one down here. Oh, and you can see those adjustable dumbbells as well. So
wait, you picked those up too, the adjustable dumbbells?
Yeah, I picked them up with my biceps and my entire, man, I'm telling you, man, I flexed hard on these. So they were asking 100, right? Here's the thing I did. They were asking 100. I go to a lady in the garage sale. There's a lady and a guy, and I give it to the lady because, you know, you're supposed to go to the opposite sex because that's just how it works. And she goes 100. I was like, damn. So then she's like, well, maybe my husband will do a better deal with you. I finally get some attention from him. And I'm like, dude, like, how much for those dumbbells? Like, you know, what was the best you can do, man? And he goes, $50. And I'm like, wow. And I'm starting to think like,
So what's the value of these? What are you thinking in your head beforehand? Like, what do you think?
My head is like, these are way better than the ones I have at my house. I'm going to take the ones out of my house out, and I'm going to put them on Craigslist, and I'm going to keep these, and these are really cool.
Okay, swap them out.
Yeah, so essentially, I bought them for 40, Reagan. 40.
Wait, you dropped it even? Did you do the whole like? I don't know.
I said I was going to offer 30, but I'll meet you in the middle at 40. And then he says, yeah, sure. So then I buy these. They're going in my SUV.
What's the value of them?
If I put these on Craigslist right now, these right here,
150,
150, 200, yeah, 150, 200 easily. There's a swing away bike rack right here that you can see. This swing away bike rack was $40. You might be thinking, man, you overpaid, but I didn't. There's a swing away 2-inch receiver bike rack from Yakima. We'll bring in around 120 to 140 bucks in Austin, Texas. Yeah. So that is awesome. I'm going to leave it to Raken here in 1 second. We're going to close out the video, but he'll tell you a little bit about the green room, what it's all about. It's a shirt that I'm repping right here. It's the second link down below. Raken, what is the green room? We need some people in there. People are asking in the feed, like, what is it? Like, What is it, man?
People are always asking, you know, what is the green room? They hear about it. So we always get a lot of questions coming in. And one of the biggest challenges that I dealt with when I was new to reselling was I didn't have, you know, anybody to really network with and connect to and get my questions answered. And I kind of wanted to be a part of something, because you know how it is. It gets lonely as a reseller. So essentially we built what we wish we had when we first got started. So it's a private community. We've got private training videos, private content. We've got all of our books and courses and video training that we've created all over there, compiled for the members only. We've got a Facebook group. We run an event every month, which is coming up in July. So it's a private community, the Green Room, greenroomuniversity.com. And it's a place that we really enjoy, and it's something we're really proud of that we built. So if you are looking for, you know, that community and that extra learning, and you want to, you know, be able to interact with us more, because let's just be real, it's tough to get one-on-one time with really any YouTube content creators nowadays, because there's just so much noise out there. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's a cool place, and you'll definitely guaranteed to learn some new stuff.
That's right. And if you're wondering, like, what is it? Am I going to learn eBay, Amazon, Craigslist? You're going to learn a lot of stuff, because the flippers that are in there are, you know, beginner all the way to basically expert. And we have people that are in there that are doing Craigslist. We have Etsy, we have eBay, we have Amazon, we have wholesale, we have people merch, private label. So kind of anything goes in there. We don't really tolerate any riffraff or anything like that. Everyone treats everyone with respect. We have beginners that come in every single day that are like, this is where I'm starting, or I haven't even started at all. What do I do? And it's just a fun place to go, and it's a way that we can really connect further with the people out there on a more individual basis. So anyway, and Reagan was talking about, you know, yearly we have a really awesome appreciation event. If you can make it to Austin, Texas, we have a really good event going on this year that includes a seminar, plus we've rented out a ranch for 6 hours that is like super cool. So it's a lot of fun, and we've been doing this will be our 4th event, I think, or maybe our 5th.
Yeah.
So either way, you know, a lot of fun, and check it out. And we do have some cool merch in there that we don't make any money on, but we just put it out there. But yeah, check out the
raise the price and start making some money, man. We're hustlers.
No. It's not about making the money on the merch, man. It's about, you know, being proud of the room and giving them a way to, you know, help us out, and just helps the branding and everything. But they are really cool shirts. And
I think if you sell a merch shirt for like $10.99, you're literally breaking even. Is that what they're priced at?
It depends. Like, there are 2 tiers of shirts on merch. Like, there's the Anvil, I want to say, and then there's these, which are Bella Canvas, I want to say. Maybe I have it reversed or something like that.
Speaking of merch, we have a private green room show that's going to be going on Tuesday. We've got Joe Clay, Margaret, Mike Peterson. They're coming on for a private show. So if you guys are in the green room, we're going to be talking about getting started with merch, you know, getting your designs, getting tiered up, you know, how to research products, how to not copyright products, because I'm actually in that process now. I'm working with my mother. She got her account approved, figuring out designs, and then making sure that I'm not infringing on someone's rights. So if you're in the green room or you're thinking about joining, join before Tuesday, because that's going to be a pretty fun show.
Essentially join today, no, because isn't today Monday? We have one last thing to say in the feed real quick. Julie Johnson, who is one of our OG members.
What's up, Julie?
Commented, I mean, OG being like sub 50, like she was one of the first 50 in the room. Been in the green room since the beginning. It still feels like family. So, and she joined like 3 years ago, whenever we established the room, which seemed like 2014 December, I think. So
she won that scan fob. You remember last year?
Scan fob last year at our event.
Are you using that, Julie? Let us know. Are you using
we spent
that?
A pretty penny on that thing. I think we dropped $300 on that.
Yeah, $200 or $300.
Yeah, and she won it, so that was pretty good. And she
that
came
wasn't
from a
an
very
Amazon warehouse deal.
No, that's a real deal, good one. So anyways, that's pretty much the show. We'll do the show next Monday. It gives us a way to like show our, you know, the goods that we find before we process them. So if you like this show, it's very important that you hit the like button. And if you ever get a chance to check out one of the 2 links down below, one of them is going to be 100 amazing items to resell. This is our PDF, our recently redone PDF that you can put right on your phone. Check it out. It's the first link down below. The second link will be the actual link into the green room and a little video telling you like what it's about and everything like that. It shows some of our members as well. But go check out those 2 links. Again, hit the like button. And if we see enough analytics on this video, we're going to be doing another one next week, Monday, real short, 30 to 45 minutes on Rakin's channel, showing you our fresh finds. Thanks for joining. And we'll do a lot more detailed stuff and updates in the room of all this stuff that you see right here. When it sells, we do updates rates, and we will do a little bit more descriptive stuff like why it sold for that much and what you should be looking out for. So anyways, that's pretty much it, right, Reagan? We're done.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Awesome audience in there today. Thanks for keeping everything positive. We appreciate you guys. You know, hit the like button, show some love for the channel, and we'll see you guys. We have a show coming up Wednesday as well. So
yep.
See you there, guys, and thanks for watching. You guys rock.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.